But for today, but for today, 2000, today, but for today, if you get caught smoking fucking in New York, you're going to jail.
I don't care what you said, bro. I love hearing you talk.
I know. Fuck, I'm gonna put up with this nonsense. I love pendulum, but I don't give a fuck.
I was going off yesterday. I was saying how Joey Diaz would get mad about ketchup. About how
because everybody wants to
come
make
up with this fucking Heinz ketchup
or ranch. Have you ever heard him talk about ranch?
I fucking hate ranch. I don't know how the fuck people could eat that shit. I don't know how people could eat ranch. Like when I go to a place and I say, you have wings. And they say it comes with ranch, I get up and leave, even if I don't get the wings. Because if you're going to serve wings with ranch, I don't want to do business with you. I don't want to do business with you. I'm very easy. I'm very fucking easy.
So wings,
if you fuck up pork fried rice, what do we got to talk about?
Wings must be done with blue cheese?
Blue cheese, yeah, like the way they invented in Buffalo, New York. If you're going to do something original, do it original. You're going to show up with that ranch that smells like somebody's ass. You ever smell fucking ranch?
They're saying that ranch is starting to replace ketchup.
Yeah, that's good. If you're a fucking hillbilly and you want to taste the ass in your mouth all fucking day. I hate that fucking ranch shit. Don't put it close to me. Don't put it around me. It's either blue cheese with wings or go fuck your mother. That's the next shirt, all right, please. You're going to give me a fucking ranch with fucking wing. I can say
blue cheese with wings and you can fuck your mother.
Go fuck your mother. I need this shit. Fucking going to give me ranch with my wings.
That's the next shirt. That's the next shirt. It's either blue cheese with wings.
Did I tell you motherfuckers I'm stoned? Fuck it.
He's fucked up now.
It's either blue cheese with wings or you go fuck your mother.
Fucking gonna give me ranch and shit. I don't even like people around me ordering ranch. Like, don't order that shit around me. Do me that favor, all right?
Dude, I've heard of a lot of people go to Mexico to get shit done.
No, they have to.
There's a lot of stem cell stuff down there.
A lot of stem cell cancer. They fucking cure you down there. Ping,
really?
Ping, bang, boom.
Whoa.
I know a guy who did one of those things. What do you do that? GoFundMe? He got 50 G's. He went to Mexico.
Really?
6 months, he's healed. This guy used to work downtown, take a bus to North Hollywood, get off, and drive his bike up north a few fucking miles on this railroad track right here.
Do you have to work?
To Woodland Hills, yeah. He was in good shape, and he got that asshole cancer.
Ooh.
Bike seats.
No way.
No,
the bikes he wore his asshole?
It's a joke.
It might be. Who knows why Lance Armstrong got it?
He got that thing, and Lance Armstrong got it because he was shooting heavy-duty DDT. That dude was even doing antifreeze when he rode his bike in the wintertime. Fuck him. He lost a nut, dog.
Yeah, I know.
I thought about that one night, high as fuck. I had friends that shot coke. I had friends that went on endless cycles, and they're still cooking. They got their hair. They look good. They got teeth. Fucking his nut blasted off. I have a friend who did, I told you, did blow, and his mother would shoot him with the steroid at the same time. He's still alive and kicking, living in a $500,000 house in Pennsylvania. And Lance Armstrong blew a fucking nut.
Please stop saying that.
Well, he got cancer.
Sure. How do you think he got cancer there?
Well, Duncan got it too.
Yeah,
Duncan got the same cancer.
Duncan got it from reading all that Buddhist shit. That shit gets you after a while. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're from the South. You can't be reading that Buddhist shit. That means he was going to watch you while you're pissed. But with me, they had mirrors around me. They couldn't figure out what I was doing. So they sent her in. So before I would go in, I'd fucking do a half a jerk in the car and get my dick nice and big.
Yeah.
And then I'd sprinkle it the fucking...
pool cleaner?
The pool cleaner. Or the fucking,
doesn't sting your dick, the pool
cleaner?
cleaner?
It did. I got scars. I got little holes into my dick and Drano.
Yeah.
I would grind it up. I would fucking put it under my dick and then pull the skin back and it would fall into the piss test and zap it. But before I would piss, I would take the hammer out and show it to her. Like, what do you think? What do you think? There's something nice. And she would look at it and look around the room. And not like I knew I was going to end up sleeping with her or swapping spirit with her because I flirt with her. Nobody talked to the woman because she had a fucked up leg. So I'm off probation. I'm delivering Chinese food and I'm slinging coke at the same time at the Chinese restaurant. So I would have you call the Chinese restaurant and say, "Can I talk to Joey? Yeah, what's up? Oh, you want egg drop soup? Whatever." The cocaine would be hidden under the egg drop soup, so that if I got in trouble, the Chinese people got in trouble. I didn't put it in the bag. This is when I was out already, out of prison. One night I knock on the door, and who answers the door? It's her. And she goes, "Oh my God, it's so great to see you. How have you been?" And I go, "It's great to see you." Man, I gave her a hug, and I put the Chinese down, and she goes, "What are you doing with your life?" I go, "I'm getting divorced, but I got into stand-up comedy, and I'm trying to deliver food to make a living. And she's like, oh, that's so sweet. You and her broke up? Oh, you must need a hug. And as I started hugging her, we started swapping spit. And I touched a little monkey, and I could feel nobody had even touched a monkey in like 10 years. Steam started coming up. And I started fingering that motherfucker like a savage and swapping spit with her. And my hand was nice and wet, and I'm fingering it. I got a pinky surrounding her asshole. And I'm working, and finally I put it down slowly. And I pop her pants. I take her tit out. She's got one big fucking tit. I'm sucking her tits. And I'm making out with her. And I'm fingering her at the same time. So while I'm fingering her, I take her pants down. But I go, I don't want to see what the other leg is. So I took the leg off of the good leg. And I left the fucking bad leg covered because I don't want to know what it is. If she's got like a pole under there, one of those fucked up feet. I want to see. So I picked up her fucking legs and I started eating her pussy. The clit fucking was huge. I'm sucking at her like a piece of bubble gum. I look up at her and she's like this, Christine, like with her mouth open. I go, now's the time to put the helmet in that fucking mouth. So I switched up. I started 2-finger Louie her, and I went around her, and I put that fucking hammer in her mouth, and she didn't know what to do. She was like, and at that time, I was trying to fucking lift weights and shit, so I wasn't jerking off, because somebody told me not to jerk off, that your protein, I was retarded, dog. You know, I'm retarded. And when I came in the mouth, it was one of those loads, Christine, that don't stop. You ever have one of those things?
I know, Christine.
And you're sucking it with your eyes closed, and then after a minute, you open it up, because you're like, when is this going to stop? And I could look at her swallowing it, and it was endless. It was fucking endless. It was just a load of death. It was like a month and a half of not coming. There was Valium in there and Xanax and fucking
Well, it's
cocaine.
been nice seeing you, Joey. Thanks for stopping by.
I shot a load in the mouth, and when I took my dick out, she went, ah. It was like she drank a gallon of Mountain Dew. She looked at me. She started getting a little dizzy.
Oh, my God.
I was selling Valium at the time. I was taking like 100 milligrams of Valium a night. When I shot in her mouth to put her in a trance, she was glassy-eyed. She gave me a $3 tip, and I left, and I never saw her again. She must have ate that Chinese food and slept for a week.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
You got any dates coming up you want to
You can.
but the best walk we did was in the park where I used to play basketball.
Yeah.
It was open. I took her in the park. And now they replaced the hut. There used to be a hut in there. And one of the most racist things I ever heard come out of a person's mouth was in that fucking hut. That me and everybody in the park looked at each other and just kept fucking shaking our heads.
Damn.
There used to be a hut there. And the guy's name was Mr. Kennel. His 2 sons are still alive. Well, the one son's still alive. Nice kid. I always liked Jackie's his name. This has to be 1975. We're in this park, and we're just playing tag, whatever the fuck you play when you're 11 or 12. There was a basketball court, but in those days, we weren't allowed on the basketball court. The older kids were drunk, and unless they picked you, you couldn't fucking. So we just played, whatever, in the monkey bars and shit.
Chill.
And that hut was there, and it was the summertime. And I'll never forget that Mr. Kennel was in that hut. And there was, you know.
He was coming in there?
No, he was sitting in there with a fan on him in this little hut, and the window was slid open. And he's sitting there, he's got his glasses on. Mr. Kennel's got to be 40.
Right.
And there's 8 Spanish kids, 20 Italian kids, 6 Irish kids, and 1 fat black girl.
Blowing him?
With a huge, with a huge Julius Erving afro. She's the little kid.
Right.
She's got to be 10. She's just, she's throwing rocks at the kids. They're all throwing rocks at each other. They're all having a good time. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, one of the white kids spits at Marlo. And Marlo spits back at the white kid. And Mr. Kennel sees this. Now, we're over here. I don't know what the fuck we're doing. He sees this, and he slides open the window. And he pops his head on the window and goes, hey, don't let that nigga spit get on you. Right? This is 1975. He goes, that shit'll go right through you. And he closed the window. And me and the other kids sat there and looked at each other like we had never heard. Like, I heard nigger on a Richard Pryor album.
Yeah.
Like, that was it. For him to yell it, that was the most and Marlo just kept spitting at the white kid like nothing happened. Marlo didn't give a fuck.
Damn, man. That's
That is
fucked
great.
up.
Well, that hut is gone. My point is, the hut and its racism is gone, right?